So we had Rachel Reeves' spending review this week, and there's also been some pretty dire financial information coming out of the UK. So the GDP month on month has actually shrank by 0.3%, and we all know that the forecast for the UK was halved at the beginning of this year. Unemployment is up to 4.6%, and it's the highest level since 2021. And we all know the turbulent couple of years that we had around that period. But it makes you think all this spending and all this investing, a lot of it obviously is probably needed, especially in the NHS and the social care sector. But it doesn't give the UK much headroom with what is going on in the wider global economy. And you just think the U-turn on winter fuel payments, which a lot of people have been obviously after, and it's a pretty big U-turn for the government because we're so pretty bent on removing that. Where's that coming from? Obviously taxes are going to have to go up, or it's going to have to come from somewhere, because it's not been earmarked in any spending cuts anywhere. So it's looking like taxes are going to go up to kind of cover that at some point. And she's kind of been a little bit jumpy around answering that particular question of where the money's coming from. But on a whole, as a person living in the UK, I just don't feel like the country's on very good stead, and I don't feel like people have got a lot of money. The spending crisis and the price of food in the supermarkets, I know petrol and diesel have come down quite a bit, but people are feeling it, and we have a number of shops, and you know what? People are coming in and, we could get a particular food and half it, whereas they'd be getting one each before. And we're a fish and chip shop based on the coast. We used to have like dinner time would be busy and tea time would be busy. And now you're just finding you're having like a bit right in the middle of the day that's busy. You're not having the two rushes that you used to once have. And I think when people are going to the seaside as well, they're having either fish and chips or an ice cream. Whereas before they'd have fish and chips for the dinner, then they might have an ice cream at tea time. And people are tightening the belts and people are finding it hard. And you just feel like the country's on really rocky ground. And I don't feel like the government have a finger on the pulse. I don't think they have a clue what's going on. And I don't really think they know what they're doing, to be honest. And we are heading, I know it's been forecast, I think it was at 63 billion deficit by the end of this Labour government. And you know what? You can feel it and you can see it happening and you can see it coming. And they haven't really changed the sail, have they? And that's where we're heading. And they're going to leave the UK in an absolutely diabolical, terrible financial state. And we can all see it happening, and it's being forecast, and it's looking that way it's going to happen, but they ain't changing nothing, are they? So what do? We're just going to have to grit our teeth and bear it and take it, because we don't have another option, do we?